All right, let me go into the pipeline of doing your seamless style. Okay, I'll go through the pipelines like that, then we'll actually do it, all right, on Photoshop. Okay, you guys? Now, the first thing is to get a picture. All right, that's crucial. All right, now we need a special type of picture. All right, we need a type that goes with what we want to achieve. Okay, so usually I always do my pictures orthographically. Okay, that someone beside Jeff knows what is orthographic means. Orthogonal. What does it mean? Orthographic, orthogonal, same word. It's very simple. It means no depth of field. Okay, meaning if you look at a train track at infinity, all right, at infinity like that, the two middle pieces of the track will never touch. They stay parallel forever. That's no depth of fields. As we know in real life, they would melt. Okay, so orthographic or orthogonal means just like a blueprint of a house. Okay, flat, no depth of fields. Okay, if you look at a square, if you look at a box orthographically, you would see that only. That square, that's all. No depth of fields. When it's not orthogonal or not orthographic, then you will see that. All right, you get it like that after that in square. All right. Right here, all right? Right here, you guys, okay? That's with depth of field. Right here, no depth of fields. Everybody understand that? That's crucial, okay? So, most likely we don't want, in all the 3D games, when you're going to do textures, no depth of field, orthographic for every pictures, all right? For 2D video games, I like it orthographic and then I like to skew it myself. Or you need to take it exactly the angle of your game. Okay? But let's say no angle, we're talking orthographic top view. So it's easy for everybody. So we need an orthographic picture. That's number one. Orthographic angle. Now, let me ask you something. There's another super important property that is to be done. Is when you take a picture, you're gonna have what? Shadows, specular on your stuff, right? Reflection, so forth, you guys. It is very, very important that you use a special type of lighting. That you have a lighting that is called a global illumination. Let me write it down and I'll explain to you. And that's for every type of work. 2D and 3D. Global illumination is simply, you've seen those photo boxes, there are sometimes photographers like boxes in white tissue, all right, they put lights on every way, and the whole room is filled with light from every angle, and you put your object inside and there's no real shadows, it's illuminated, lighted from every angle possible. That's global illumination. Alright, the best way to explain it, to take pictures of global illumination here in Arizona or anywhere when it's outdoor, it's when it's cloudy. Because when it's cloudy, the sun is filtered by the cloud, which propagate the light evenly everywhere, creating a sort of global illumination. Okay? The reason we want global illumination is why? Do you think if I take a texture, let's say, see, I put my pen right here, and we can see the light is putting shadows right there. Right? Do I want those shadows on my texture? Why? Come on, you're right. So
it makes it look more realistic if they're there.
Yeah, but if the light in your game is the other way, then you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Alright? Or if it moves, then you look like an idiot because it's fake, right? So when you take a texture, you don't want any lighting information like shadows like that. Alright? Or specular that actually show too much of what's going on in the lighting system. You want something very global. Okay, you will recreate the shadows later on using next class decals. Alright, sticker, transparency sticker on top of it. That will recreate shadows for you wherever you want them and you need them. Okay, at that point, and they can be animated. So, we want that to be global illumination. Alright, now also in our picture, the third thing, well, actually, so we get our picture, that's good. One thing also, you guys, please, today I'll take it from the net, but But I see too many people in the game industry that take their picture from the internet. That's BS. That's stealing. Okay, that's all I have to say. Okay, there's a gentleman that I really like. I came here to do a lecture a while back here. That works for a large studio, and his art is awesome. But he said to me, he takes all his pictures from the internet. That's stealing. He's lucky he hasn't taken any of my dad's pictures. That's all I have to say. Because my dad was one of the top Vogue and fashion photographers of the 70s. They're still using his pictures on Elle, Marie Claire, and stuff like that. All right, and if someone steals my dad's picture, he'll come with a plane and a baseball bat to take care of it. It's a matter of personal. He works really hard for it. All right, and he doesn't appreciate when someone takes his picture like that after he works so hard for it without giving his name. He doesn't really care. If you want to use his picture and contact him, he'll probably give it to you for free. All right, but he doesn't appreciate if someone steals it. Okay, that's stealing, you guys. All right, even if you transform it, I call it stealing. All right, that's the first reason why I want you to take your own pictures. Second reason, if you take pictures from the internet, what do you think happened?
Every game looks the same.
Huh?
Every game looks the same.
Exactly, Jeff. He can get the picture, you can get the picture, he can get the picture, she can get the picture, I can get the same freaking picture. At the end, it looks the same. Even if you tweak it, it's similar. And that's why we see so many games that look the same right now. All right? That dirty thing, you know, outdoors, you know, for first-person shooters. That's another reason, because those guys go get their stuff on Flickr. Okay? And that's not cool, you guys. That's one thing I hated when I used to ride with my chopper, my Harley Davidson, is to stop next to, at the traffic light to another bike the same as mine. Not at $15,000 a pop. All right? So I used to customize my chop right away, so nobody would ride the same bike. Same for a game, you guys. Do your own stuff, you guys. Okay? That's, for me, fairly important. Okay? Now, when you've got your picture, after you're done with that, you need to clean up the picture. Alright? Clean up the picture is fairly simple in reality. What does it mean is that, first of all, get rid of the, make sure it's perfectly globally illuminated. So if you have a couple shadows, because it's never perfect, okay? If you have a couple shadows, you can clean them up, alright, get rid of them. If you have a change in color schemes on the grass, for example, you can adjust that. Okay, so you cannot see the pattern reappear in the tiling, because patterns are going to reappear. So you want large patterns that cannot be detected, but not little nick into it. Let's say you have a sky, a night sky, you're doing a night sky with all the stars, okay? Let me give you an example. Should you put the moon into your tile? Why? Yeah, it'll repeat. You have 20 moons. If you have 20 tiles, you look silly, okay? So exactly, that's exactly that. That would be a features in your sky that is too dominant. That would just tell too much about that tile when you repeat it. You need to get rid of it. You need to keep just large features that the eyes cannot really pick up.
Like a lot of stars.
Huh?
Like a lot of stars.
Yeah, a lot of stars. But you want to look at the stars patterns also a little bit, so you don't have a pattern that comes back. You know what I'm saying? It's more dense at one point, and it's reappear all the time. That's really important. If you don't do that, it will look like it's tiling. All right? That's the key. Okay? Let me say.